Unit21, we provide transaction monitoring, case management, regulatory filings, device intelligence, and a whole bunch of other things. Started really at transaction monitoring that generates alerts for investigators to look at. We got to thinking, like, what happens if you look at all the jobs that are done within our platform, and we can automate all of those with AI, right? So like previously what a human used to do using the product, can we do that through the product with AI? And so we started off on the investigation side, actually automating the analyst's work of like doing the manual investigations, but it still requires someone to write the rule for you and then tune that over time. And now that's what this does with the rule recommendation agent. If you want to go really high speed to, like, let's say onboard a customer, allow them through to do a transaction, whatever it is, you're also taking on a certain level of risk, right? So if you imagine like a 2x2, speed and safety, if you're high speed, you're usually low safety. On the other hand, if you want to be high safety, then you're sacrificing on speed. So the question is, like, ideally you want to be in the high speed, high safety category, right? Like always the best controls in place, but at the same time allowing as many people through as you can to maximize your revenue, right, as a product. And so that's what I think this helps with, right? What are all the bottlenecks? So one example is like actually writing and tuning rules. Another one is like finding patterns. Another one is manually reviewing alerts and activity. Other one is like regulatory filings. All these things come in the way ultimately of adding friction for users in one way or another. So if you can automate these things, it's kind of like if you could add, like, I don't know, a few hundred people to your team. If you look back at just how humans do it, like, I think that's always the best inspiration, is like, what have we like kind of figured out over time? One side is, if you ask any like rule writer, right, anyone who writes rules, what is the first thing that you do? Aside from like looking at data, it's really like, I'm going to go talk to my analysts because I want to know from them firsthand, what are the characteristics of the noise that you're seeing? If I'm reviewing hundreds of false positive alerts all the time, I want to know, like, maybe, for example, I noticed that all my false positives come from border states. Like, that's just one example. Or like, maybe I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot of false positive reviews from this particular rule, which is generating a ton of alerts and noise, and I never really get anything good from that. Once they get that information, they'll use that to tune their rule. That's exactly how the AI rule recommendation agent works. It'll look at actual analyst reviews and also AI agent reviews, because now we have the AI investigation agent actually conducting reviews on behalf of humans, with the humans, of course, as the final reviewer. We take those decisions, and those are inputs into the rule recommendation agent. Rule recommendation agent writes a rule, which then generates alerts again, creating this loop, which is, continuously improving your risk, system.